Finally. Hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome to our Sunday, Monday, whatever day it is, wherever you're watching live. Can you guys see us okay? And can you hear us okay? And are we live for you? Or are we not live for you yet? We had a little bit of technical challenges this morning because we've been switching computers and trying to figure out different systems and everything like that. So it's been a little bit of a challenge. You coming in? So good morning and good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are watching from. Let's see if we can push this back so we're all on the screen. Okay. This way. There we go. Thank you guys for joining, for waiting patiently for us. Happy Mother's Day. If any of you guys are in Spain, I don't know if the UK celebrates Mother's Day as well, but it's Mother's Day over in Spain. Yesterday was anyway. So happy Mother's Day to any of you guys who are watching from Spain. Where are you all watching from? Let's just check. So is Annie in the house? Annie's here. Yay! Everyone was asking if Annie's online. Aww. Thank you, Thomas. Thomas is saying that he's just thanking us for helping him get through a hard time. Oh my goodness. You guys in the US, I'm praying for you guys that you guys are all safe and sound and that things are starting to just go on an upwards kind of, basically that it levels out and that things start getting better because it is some scary times over there and it's just been really, really crazy. I know everyone's kind of going on a roller coaster of life right now. So that encourages us though, because sometimes we're like, you know, do we really need to go live? Like, does anyone want to connect with us? And so if we're helping you by getting you through a hard time, well, that's fantastic. The girls, I want you guys to share a little bit about some of the things they've been doing this week because they found this really cool app. I guess it's an app.
No, we found it when we were back in Nicaragua for friends.
And it's an online game, right?
And yesterday we were all bored. And usually you need to have the same Wi-Fi, but they changed the app that you can actually connect from around the world.
So basically it's a game called Psych, and you can choose the different games, and then what happens is you can connect by your phone, right?
You just connect. Code.
And then you all can play the same game all at once. It's really fun.
So that's what we were doing yesterday with our friends up on the North Island. It was really cool.
Yeah, I'm just checking to see where you guys are all watching from. So you've got South Africa in the house. We've got Florida. We've got India. Let's see. Israel's in the house, and it's late. Saudi Arabia. Greetings from Quito. Oh, we got someone from Quito watching. So cool. Chloe remembers Quito in not a greatest way, but she remembers Quito. Oh, man. I'm just reading all your comments here. Argentina. Wow. Hola. Saludos a todos. Wow. This is fantastic, you guys.
Okay.
From the UK. So, yeah, we tried to plan it so that you guys can all be online somewhat in the same time with this time zone here. Here in New Zealand, from Vermont. Cool kids from Vermont. Oh, that's cool. We got some cool kids in the house, too. Someone from Yucatan, Mexico.
Hola.
Hola. Oh, man, that Mexican food. We miss that stuff. Do you guys know what? Apparently, and this is true, actually, because we experienced it somewhat. So when we first went to Spain, these girls were 5, 7, and 9. And we met this really cool Spanish family. And we decided that we were going to make them dinner. And because we were like at these kind of like little huts. And so we invited them over. And we thought, oh, this is really cool. We're going to make them burritos, you know, like Mexican-style burritos. And then when we got it, they were looking at our plates, and then they kept looking over at us, and they're like, how do you do this? And we're like, if you guys never had burritos, like, you're from Spain. And they're like, no, we don't know what that is. And we're like, okay, come on. Because I guess we always assume that the Mexican food is the same as in Spain because it's all Spanish, but really they don't really eat like Mexican type of food. And so this was the first time that this Spanish family had burritos, and we thought it was the craziest thing in the world because burritos is a part of our everyday, like every weekly life food. And then what was your friend saying yesterday about guacamole?
He's never tasted it before.
And he lives in Spain as well. He's never had guacamole. I don't know if he's like pulling your leg or if it's a joke. Who knows? He could be joking with her. So, oh yes. Cool Kid says they loved it when we ate bugs. How was it, girls? Chloe, how was it for you?
I didn't like it.
No. Why did you eat bugs in the first place? Just because we were doing it? Or was it
For an experience, I guess.
just for the fun of it?
It wasn't that fun.
You have to do it once in your life. You just have to.
Mm-hmm. And we figured because we've seen a lot of people who have been to Cambodia and they're all like, you know, if you go, you have to try the bugs. You got to try the bugs. So we're like, all right, let's do it. And they're on the street and like people say it's not so bad. So, and it really wasn't, but it is just the thought of it is kind of gross. But you would be surprised how many countries out there eat bugs for protein. So, including Mexico. When we walked across the Mexico-U.S. border, we saw all these, what we thought they were cockroaches, but they were actually grasshoppers, and they actually eat grasshoppers. So they had like a big bin of them, and I never knew that. I never, ever knew that. Oh, here comes the odds. Oh, man. Like spaghetti came from China. Yeah, Robert. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, someone's saying, are we going to come to India? Yes. People keep saying, have we been to India? Are we going to come to India? India is definitely on our list. And it's one of these countries that I don't want to use the word concerned, but everybody who we've met, they're like, you're going to love it and you're going to hate it. And they're like, it's absolute chaos, but then there's beauty in all the mess and chaos, and there's everything, and the loud noises and the smells and the curries and the flavors. And so we're really excited. Yeah, I mean, we're really excited to go experience it and see it. But who knows, right, you guys? I don't know how long the world's going to be stuck like this in this state. So we are at what level, girls, right now in New Zealand? 3. So yes. Can you explain level 3? Anyone?
Well, they say level 3 and level 4 is the same for people, but economy, it's like much different because there's takeout now and construction workers can work and delivery. So all that's changed.
Yep.
It's it feels pretty much the same as what was level 4. So here they have like 4 levels of lockdown.
Yeah, but there's a lot more people walking around and enjoying themselves.
Yeah, so you see a lot more people already, like I don't think they're really social distancing. Like you're supposed to be social distancing, but
we saw some people hugging and stuff.
No one's social distancing, but they are still very strict. So when you go into the village and let's say you want to go towards a store, you can't just go into the store. Everything's still shut down, but you can go up to the counter and order online and then pick it up. And so there's still but it's totally different, right? A lot of countries never had lockdown on drive-thrus or on online shopping.
Yeah, there's people in lineups for like KFC and McDonald's and things like that.
Yeah. Someone's saying the food in Israel is the most delicious. Yeah. We're going to love to try that.
Someone, do you like falafels? Yes.
We love falafels.
Oh, dear.
Well, we really enjoyed, we went to Turkey and we really enjoyed the food there, like the Mediterranean kind of food and such. And yeah, so I'm guessing it's very similar in different dishes, right? I think. The food in Sri Lanka was very surprising. You guys are going to be so blown away because we tried so many cool different foods there, and we thought it was going to be like the Indian food, and they use a lot of curry, but it's very different in flavor and stuff. Mm-hmm. So it was really fantastic. So cool.
When do you plan to start traveling again?
Yes, I read that.
So Cool Kids is saying, how is it right now? Because of the coronavirus for traveling, all the hotels are shut down and everything. That's exactly it, including here. So we wanted to go create a beautiful video for Queenstown, because that's where we are, in Queenstown, New Zealand. And everything's locked down, and they're thinking level 2. Things will maybe start to open up, but not really to the fullest capacity where it was before, right? So we're not sure exactly how that's going to look for us, including hotels and such. So I think if we get to this level 2, I think we'll be able to start moving around nicely.
Yeah. I was going to say, we've been staying in a beautiful home, and, we use a site called Home Exchange, and they've got tons of homes, so
That's been fantastic for us too. Like, we're really comfortable here, so we're not like stranded we haven't been in hotels and stuff when this happened. We were already staying in homes and stuff. Angelique needs coffee. It's early for us, although it's almost 10 a.m. So I think we're good, but still waking up on this end. Yeah, so McDonald's is still open over there. I know a lot of places, so all of our families in Canada, and in Canada, everything stayed open. Nothing really, I mean, not everything. Restaurants have closed, of course, closed down, but big stores like a Walmart stayed open, and all the drive-thrus have been open this whole time. So nothing really shut down like it did here. And I made a whole video on it. That's why I think New Zealand is really kicking butt when it comes to essentially not eradicating, but pretty much eradicating this whole coronavirus. So they got a lot of advantages, just the pure fact that they're an island and several islands, so they can easily do lockdowns and not have people crossing borders and spreading and stuff like that. So,
will you be afraid to fly in the future because of the coronavirus? No, I don't know.
Afraid?
No.
Afraid to get sick, or afraid? I don't like. We're not really afraid in the sense of taking flights and everything like that. Of getting sick, like we feel like we're healthy and such, so we're not really concerned about that aspect of getting sick, but we certainly wouldn't want to, right? But no, we're not really afraid. We're just more afraid of how long will it take for countries to open up again, and how long will the whole pandemic last. That's what we're more, I guess, afraid about, because everything's so uncertain right now, so it's a bit challenging, right? So we have Marlon over in Montreal saying Montreal is really bad right now. Is it? Like, see, I haven't been paying attention. I mean, our family's on Ontario, so we're in touch with what's happening in Ontario, with what's happening in some of the nursing homes and stuff, but we haven't really been following. And then we've been following New York and some of the areas in the United States quite closely, and of course in Europe. So, but I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but I just feel like this whole thing is like so long already that it feels like it should be already in the past, but it's still so current and so like with everyone, and it's just crazy because it seems like it's just going on and on and on. I'm sure everyone else feels the same way, and you kind of wonder, when is life going to go back to normal again? It's a big question, I guess, that everyone is asking, right? So Robert says, Angelique, wake up. What should we do to make her wake up? Oh dear, that's hard.
That's why I woke up and worked out.
Chloe and Jordan. We've got Counting Countries on. Oh man, we met Chloe and Jordan. Sorry, Chloe, I can say your name. Back when we were in Dubai, and these guys were on the race to hit a world record of going to every country in the world in the shortest amount of time. They're this really cool young couple, and we met them, we hung out with them for the afternoon, and they've gotten shortchanged on their travel plans, as well as so many other, traveling families out there, or traveling couples and everything like that. So it's just nuts, but this too shall pass, and we will go back to our travel plans, right, girls?
Yes.
But have you guys been having fun like this? Has it been nice just to be home and stay put?
Yeah. We've been having a...
It's boring, though, sometimes.
You're bored?
Days.
Certain days, Chloe's a little bit bored.
We've been really busy. Super busy.
No,
what have you been up to, Chloe?
Nothing really, because not very much to do. I mean, other than schoolwork and
talk to friends.
Yep.
They've been on
cooking.
Instagram quite a bit. Our girls are far away from all their friends. Like, we don't know really anyone here except for a really cool family in the North Island. So you guys talk with them on Instagram.
Yeah. It's funny as well. I've been reconnecting with old friends, like kindergarten friends, so it's been really funny.
Yeah. I don't know if that's Chloe or Jordan speaking, but they're saying maybe with time we could do some countries together. If you guys can get back to the Pacific, I know you can't right now, but I think the Pacific Islands are all going to be opening up really soon, and within New Zealand, we should be able to...
We should do Africa.
Hop around.
With travelers.
Oh, we should do Africa with travelers, with other travelers? Yes. Yeah, we did do some trips with, tell them who Amadei and Braco are, or tell them who they are and how we met them.
So there's these two people we met from the Netherlands in Malawi, and we met them playing a card game called Monopoly Deal, and we used to play like day after day because in Africa there's not the best Wi-Fi and stuff. And then we started traveling together, and it was really fun.
They were almost like our older brothers in a sense.
There were two young backpackers that were 20, really smart guys and just really fun. And yeah, they were treating the girls like brothers. And I think it's the one time in kind of history where you've got 20-year-old boys hanging out with young little girls. And actually, you know, in Africa, you play with a 70-year-old grandparent type of person as you would a 5-year-old because all the barriers get stripped. And so, like, the girls were doing painting with a guy named John, who we met from the UK, and he was, I don't know how old John is, but he's like a grandfather figure for the girls. And then they were hanging out with these 20-year-olds. And when you're in certain countries in Africa, traveling is very different. And so you kind of do things as a group, right? And so we ended up traveling with this grandparent couple. We met up with them in different places, and then we met in different countries. So they came back and met us in Lesotho, and then we met in South Africa again and met them in Mozambique. So it was just really cool. And then, Braco and Amadei, they were from the Netherlands, like Angelique was saying, and then we ended up traveling because you take these little chicken buses is what they're called, and sometimes it's just best to do it all together. And then you're all going through the same thing, like, what are we going to eat? There's no food. Okay, I guess it's chips from the gas station, and that's your meal. So It just makes it more fun and more doable when you're with a group. And so that was in Malawi. But
and with a group, you're able to get a whole van.
Yes. You just get the whole van. You say, don't stop for anybody else. Just keep going. So it's Chloe. Yes. Okay, Chloe, we're going to do Africa. She wants to do a safari. Yeah, we rough it. When we go to different countries, depending on where we go. I mean, we certainly didn't rough it in South Africa. In South Africa, it was so beautiful, and we did really... Same with Namibia. But, certain countries are going to be interesting to go through. But yes, a safari sounds good.
The West, or like Libya and those places.
Fernando's here from Brazil. How do you guys say hello? I always say the wrong words in Portuguese. I'm like terrible.
Last time she said hello.
I said obrigado. N'importe quoi. Whatever. I say n'importe quoi. All right, girls, how do you do school? So cool kids, I think you said you were about 10 or 11. I forget what age you said. And you haven't been on a plane yet. So girls, explain a little bit what it's like to travel maybe from a kid's perspective. This is your normal, but what is it like? What is it like when you're checking in and out of hotels and trying to do school on a bed maybe, or on a floor, or I don't know, explain.
Well, sometimes it gets pretty annoying to wait at the airport sometimes. And it depends also where you are, because certain airports don't have air conditioning in like Africa or places, so it's really hot. And for example, when we first arrived in Africa, somehow our hotel got booked up, so we were looking for a hotel for like 3 hours, and it was really late. It was like 3 a.m. So that's something.
Yeah, you have to be very patient.
You have the goods, and then you have the downs.
So how do you react to that? When we get to, like, for example, we arrived, the hotel was like, sorry, there's no room. We overbooked. And there was nothing they could do. And yeah, it's like now 2 a.m, and you're like, where are we going to sleep?
Where do we go?
We don't know anything. We don't know the roads. We have no internet half the time because we didn't maybe buy a SIM card yet. So what's it like for you, Chloe? How do you react? Does that worry you, or...
Yes.
Or do you it does? It worries you?
Well, those are the kind of times you're just like, oh, I wish I was home, And
for me, it's just an experience.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So hey, from Tampa, Florida. Hello. I hope you're doing well over in the beautiful Sunshine State. Man, we miss it where you wake up and every morning you have to wear sunglasses. That's my beautiful memories from Florida, is like you don't leave home without your sunglasses because it's always beautiful and blue skies. So I love it. We really like warm weather. Chloe hasn't really experienced too many winters, and we're starting to experience winter here, so we have to start a fire every morning. If not, we're very cold, and because it's the fall, right? We're in the opposite side of the world, so right now it's fall. We're starting to get snow, and it is the most bizarre thing for our brains to comprehend, because we keep thinking that it's going to be Christmas soon and like Thanksgiving or something like that, and meanwhile it's spring over in the rest of the world. So it's really hard for our minds to conceptualize this. But where was I going with this? with Chloe. What was I going to say? I don't know.
About the cold?
Oh, about the cold. So this morning she was really like having a hard time with it. And she was like, oh, it's going to be so nice when we go to these warm countries again. And I can wear my shorts. And hey, Chloe? Because she hasn't really experienced winters. So it's nice for us to have like the change.
It's also going to feel weird to wear shorts again because we've been wearing pants and warmer clothes.
We tend to chase the sunshine. Julia was reconnecting with someone from school, from Canada school, so from kindergarten. And what were you saying? That he loves the winter, right?
Yeah, well, he's like, so why do you guys move from Canada? I'm like, because we don't like the cold. He's like, you don't like the cold? I'm like, yeah. And then I go, what's your favorite season? And he goes, winter. I'm like, oh. So he loves the cold. He loves ice hockey and stuff, so.
True Canadians. They don't mind the cold.
No.
Or they know how to dress properly. Maybe that's it. No, we skip winters. So we experience winters for like a short amount of time and then we get out of there.
And he's in a good spot to love the winter.
Marisol's starting phase 1 over in Orlando. Wow, that's surprising for me in the U.S. that they're starting to open up because they haven't even yet what's called, like how they say, flatten the curve. Like no one's really gotten to that point yet. I know some states are less affected than others, but it seems quite bizarre that they're opening up so soon, especially when we're on such strict measures here with so little cases and that they're still not opening. It makes me go, oh, that's really weird. So I'm sure everyone, though, has 2 cents and is staying home and being very, very safe. So do it for yourselves. Do the proper thing and keep safe, you guys.
So I was like, what do we do for homeschooling?
We always answer the same questions, right? But yeah, let's quickly go through your homeschool curriculum, how it works, and stuff like that. How does it work for you?
Somebody saying congrats to Julia.
Aw, Robert's saying congrats to Julia. Yeah, she did well.
Speaking of school, I just completed my first hotel management course, which was super exciting.
She signed up for a course from Florida, for those of you watching over in Florida, from Boca Raton. And it was really cool. During the coronavirus times, you can get like different courses online. A lot of them are at reduced rates. And she found this one for hospitality and tourism. And it was a free university class. And okay, so free in Europe, that's normal. But free in the United States for school, that's not normal. So you did this course and she applied herself. I mean, she was in the room, locked herself in the room so many hours watching all these different, what's the word in English? The sessions, I guess. From all the different teachers, and it was just amazing.
It was really good. I learned a lot.
So did I, because I did some of the finance things with her, and that was really fun, actually. So yes, we were very proud of her. Someone's saying the snow's melting in Canada. Woohoo! I'm sure you're excited about that. Holy.
Go down there more.
In Vermont, people don't have to wear masks. Yeah, that's the thing about just do what's smart for everyone watching, right? Everyone do your own part. So, wow, Robert, you worked for the Marriott hotels. Cool. Some of the people were from the hotels. I forget which ones, but some of the really big name brands.
Different ones.
They were the ones teaching the courses, right? So it's really cool. Someone, Vancouver, oh my gosh, we watched a beautiful video of Vancouver last night. And can you believe it? We're Canadian, we're half Swiss, half Canadian, and we haven't been to Vancouver as a family yet.
No.
So, man, like that's our own homeland.
We have to go discover it.
We have to go, and we watched this most amazing video, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place. You guys would love it there. Plus, we have friends that we met that are from there. Nelson's wondering, someone who doesn't know if we speak different languages. Girls, do you speak a different language?
French, English, and we get by in Spanish.
Let's hear you speak. Let's hear you speak some different languages. Y'all want to hear them speak some French? Y'all. I'm half. I'm part Southern U.S. That's what happens when you live in these countries. You end up sounding like everyone else. Just makes more sense to say y'all than you all. Okay. Have you been in Montreal? Mais bien sûr, of course. I've been to Montreal many of times. I have family. My whole family's from Quebec. My mom's side's from the French side of Canada. So yes, we are all about the French.
Alaskan cruise.
Yes.
Alaska cruise?
Woo,
amazing. That sounds really nice. Okay, wait. We need the girls to say some French words. Okay, so here we go. Let me see what they can say.
Let's just have a conversation. So ask me, for example,
I'll ask
how's
you.
the day doing?
But they can just continue in French.
Is there anyone, first of all, on the live that actually understands French? Because if not, I will translate. So I'm going to say, good morning. How are you all doing?
Bonjour, comment
allez-vous? Comment ça va?
I was going to say, comment allez-vous?
Okay, obviously,
Do we need some refreshing? No, just joking.
have you been to Hawaii?
Oui.
No! Oh my gosh. Wait, no, we haven't.
been to Hawaii.
We've never
I would
been
love
to
to
Hawaii.
go.
This is
I
funny.
feel like we have, but we haven't.
No,
No,
we've
we
been to
have
places that
not.
maybe look like Hawaii, but we have not been. No, not yet. That's so funny.
No.
Someone from Ostrava saying, what is this? Hello from Ostrava. Oh, so cool. We were in Ostrava. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but that was such a cool place because they have these like old factories. They had the same thing in Monterrey, Mexico, believe it or not. But it's like this was an old factory that they turned into really cool. They had like a science center for the kids, and they had pubs and restaurants, and like it had such a cool feeling. If ever you've seen the movie Divergent, it felt like you were in the movie set.
Oui.
The girls understand Spanish, so we sometimes watch Spanish shows, and they can understand quite a bit as well. So.
Solamente un poquito.
Time for church.
Nos perros en Japan. Wow, one day we're going to come to Japan as well. You guys are saying all the countries that we watched videos on yesterday. We were watching all the videos on all the Pacific Islands around here, getting ourselves familiarized with which islands and what they're like and how long it'll take us to go through and blah, blah, blah.
Japan.
We were watching all Drew Binsky's videos because he's done some really cool ones there. So we watched all those, and then we were watching Japan and Vancouver. I don't know why we were watching Vancouver, but just because it's so beautiful. So, yes.
Counting countries have to go to church.
Last night I was, yeah.
See you.
Goodbye.
Hey, have fun. See you later. So yeah, pray for us all. Yes, we are. We are. The U.S. I feel like is in a bit of a scary situation. So we kind of thought that would happen in the U.S. where there would be such a division, but I'm still very, very surprised and very shocked when I see the news over there. I'm actually like I'm beyond shocked. I can't believe it. So anyway, yeah, I'm definitely praying for your nation and for all the people over there. So Japan is beautiful.
Country.
I have a friend who lives over in Japan, and based on what it looks like and how futuristic it looks like.
It's like 10 years ahead, people say, because they've got lots of different cool things there.
Our dad went, like, back then.
Yeah,
many years
back in the olden days
For
before you
example,
guys
the
were
taxi
born.
door will
Back in the olden
automatically
days.
open for you,
Yeah.
apparently.
And there's, like, vending machines everywhere. Futuristic.
I know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So when we go, I think it's going to be like jumping into the future. And this little
See.
one is excited for what? So many cool
Porque?
things.
Why are you so excited?
Why are you so excited?
To see certain things that
Cat
happen.
Island.
Cat Island, Cat Cafe.
The arcades seem pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
They seem busy.
Okay.
Someone's
Why do
saying,
you stop?
familia saben algo de español, eso es bueno. Sí, nos gustan mucho el país, todos los países español.
See,
We love the culture,
What's-
the people, the language, everything. So
what's your favorite country in Latin and Central America? Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
for those of you brand new to our channel who have never heard any of our past videos, Nicaragua is dear to our heart, and
See.
we just started. We've been working all week on our new video series. It's going to be an online school actually for geography classes, but taught by kids who have been to the countries. So the girls picked their very first country that they are sharing, and of course it's Nicaragua. So it's going to be launching this week. You're going to be able to find any information if you want to join. It'll be $5 a month to get access, and we're going to put 1 to 2 classes. And it's really funny because the girls' perspective of what they say in the videos is like, it probably shouldn't even be aired if it was like on YouTube or whatever, but because it's in a class setting, like we can put whatever we want, right? So it's from their perspective, from what they experienced in the country and from a truth of kids. So it's going to be kids teaching kids, or if you adults want to join and learn geography from their perspective, hey, it's going to be really cool. So that'll be launching this week. So just check out growingupwithoutborders.com, and we'll be putting all the information there. So there you go.
Do you like Guatemala?
Guatemala, sí. Oh, it's so beautiful. Like, there's so many cool places in Central and in South America. We want to go back again. There's so many beautiful places.
Someone said you have a good accent speaking Spanish.
Gracias. We watched the series El Gran Hotel on Netflix. And Altamar.
Altamar
is El Gran Hotel is better. It's a Spanish series. And we watched it all in Spanish.
Gran Hotel is
and Altamar
better.
is like a new version. No, it's not the same thing, but it's like a... Okay, they're both in the past. Never mind.
They're like the when they're made basically in Hollywood or whatever
I prefer Grand Hotel. It's nicer.
Leo is Nicaraguan. So cool. So someone's asking if we're going to go to the next countries after 98. Yeah, so our goal as a family, we still don't know how we're going to accomplish this with like visa challenges and just certain country challenges, but our goal is to get to every country in the world.
Yes.
So to experience it, to go learn new countries and cultures and really see. So that's the goal. So after this, we will, because we're on this side of the world, potentially get to some of the Pacific Islands, Japan, and everything else. So that's the plan. Do we use points right now? We don't use points. So things that we're doing to make travel affordable is home exchanges. So we do a lot of those. We've been doing a lot of partnerships with different attractions and different accommodation partners. So we give them exposure in our videos and we showcase them. So that has kind of eased the load. And then we just work as we go. So that's how we fund what we do. From Puerto Rico. We haven't been to Puerto Rico, Nelson. We got to go to Puerto Rico, but we haven't been yet. And we do know friends that live there. It would be a really cool place to go discover. So one day we will. So.
Do people call each other Kiwis in New Zealand?
Yes.
Yes.
They do.
We call our friends Kiwis.
Do they call each other amongst themselves Kiwis, do you think? Like, does a New Zealander say...
We'll have to figure that out today because we're going to play the game again. Psych.
With Kiwis?
With Kiwis.
With Kiwis. They're going to play a game online with Kiwis.
And we're also going to have someone from Spain.
Oh, cool.
If he's available to join.
Confidentially.
I think they call each other Kiwis, and it comes from their national bird is an actual kiwi. And, you probably want to know, like, what is it like here? It's absolutely beautiful. It's very, where we are anyway, in the South Island, it's very, like...
mountainous.
Oh, it's so beautiful and so peaceful because there's hardly anybody here, like compared to, certain European countries where it's so populated and certain Asian countries. So we went from busy to like, it's just so peaceful here. And so people are sparse and lots of space and land. It's just gorgeous. So
somebody says, I have a hard question. If you had to choose one country to live the rest of your life, where would it be?
Oh my gosh.
Switzerland.
You would choose Switzerland?
Switzerland.
Okay, if I can only choose one country, I would have to say Canada because that's where our family is. So I'd have to go where my family is because if I can't leave again. But if I could leave, if we can leave, but we'd be in only one country. Switzerland?
South Africa.
You would choose South Africa? Really?
Potentially.
I think New Zealand is better, Julia, than South Africa.
For safety it is.
Then, yeah. Safety.
I would choose somewhere in Europe because then you're very central. So it's a really hard question because you can say Switzerland because you can leave all the time. So it's like, but if you had to choose only one country and that's your home for the rest of your life, I think
Canada
and New Zealand because it's like Canada, but
I might say Spain. I would almost say Spain.
That's hard.
Spain?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you could choose Spain, but
this has now become like a
how would you see your family?
Mexico's really nice too.
There are so many beautiful places.
I'm not gonna decide.
You can live in Mexico and have a house.
I like Spain. I like Switzerland. I like Canada. I like New Zealand.
What food?
Maori says, I read that there's hobbits here.
Yes.
Hobbits.
Are hobbits in little hobbit homes?
Indeed.
Wouldn't it be so cool to go stay in a hobbit home? Wouldn't that be neat?
We got stuck in quarantine in a hobbit.
That'd be horrible.
The room's a bit tiny.
If we got quarantined in a hobbit
home. Okay, you know what the funniest,
Oh,
craziest
no.
place to be quarantined in? Tell them
Yemen.
about Yemen. So we know, well, we don't know her, but there's a traveling girl, single
Ava
girl.
Zubek, I believe.
Yeah, and she's like, she chose to stay in Yemen.
Yeah, at
on
least
an
she's
island.
on an island, but then you're remote and there's no planes and you can't take a boat there, so you're literally stuck. She doesn't know for how long, and she's sleeping in a tent with no bathrooms.
Yeah.
Someone said I've been watching you for 3 years and you've opened up my eyes about other countries.
Oh,
Aw.
Kenneth, that's so cool. I'm so glad that you've enjoyed our videos. Man, you've been on here for 3 years. That's awesome. I hope, like, I'm so embarrassed by some of our old videos that I'm almost like, oh my gosh, we need to take those down. They're so awful. It's so
us
terrible.
girls don't agree because then in the future you can look back at your old videos and say, wow, I was really bad back then.
And the girls are so small, right?
Yeah.
They've grown like
we were small.
just in 2 years. It's just unbelievable. So I guess you guys saw the girls growing up as we did right before our eyes. It's just unreal. But yeah, that's so cool. Robert's saying to come to Huntington Beach, California. There's good surf. You know what? I think it'd be a beautiful place to go discover and really discover, because I went to like Venice Beach. Julia's 1 year old. Like, she was just a baby. So it was very short visit. So yeah, we definitely need to go back and see it from a different perspective. And yeah, maybe hit some surf. That'd be really cool. Hey, from South Carolina. Very cool. Tom's coming in. Gabrielle, hello. Where are you watching from, Gabrielle Lewis? We don't know. Lisbon in December 2019. Oh, I was there too. Let me think. We were in Lisbon not too long ago. I went there we've been to Portugal many times, or not many times, maybe like 2 or 3 times, but I went to an event. That was back in
2017, no?
No, it would have been 2018. That's when we just started our YouTube channel. Yeah.
Well, then 2017.
19? Anyway.
2018.
Huh? You're confused.
We started our YouTube channel, you guys, in, oh my gosh, we are now May. It's been 3 years. I don't know when our actual launch date was.
No, we started in 2017, did we not?
Yeah, I guess.
2018?
It's been 3 years, and we're 2020.
We started in 2017, wasn't it May?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, this has been 3 years, and in 3 years we've like had such great responses from all of you guys, like such encouraging words and so many cool things. And so a lot of the places we are going to have to go back to now and make proper videos so that you guys can actually enjoy a good made video. And
Where in Canada are you guys from?
I'm gonna let the girls answer because sometimes they don't know. So let's quiz the girls.
Ontario.
Near
Toronto.
Kingston.
Where are you
Okay.
from?
A few hours.
Where were you born?
Well, Hero is from
I was
Toronto.
born in Kingston. No?
The girls are from, so 2 of them were born in Kingston. Chloe was born at home, north of the city, because we chose to do that. Long story short. And then they're from north of the city of Kingston is where like our hometown was. And Tyler is from north of Toronto in Huckley Valley, Orangeville area. So that's where we're from. So, oh, Gabrielle's in Germany. Oh, cool. Very cool. Yeah, it's getting late. Sorry we're doing this so late for you guys watching over in Europe. Do you stay in airport lounges?
No.
No, but you know what? We just found out that we have access to
We do?
one. Yes. So,
Oh.
Wow.
because of outside of Home Exchange, which is the website we use all the time, there's another site that we used called Love Home Swap. And with that, if you notify them, you get access to the lounges. And we didn't realize that.
That's
so,
really cool.
yeah.
What? I never knew that.
We need to do things differently because some of the lounges are beautiful and
We've been
amazing.
to
So.
over 98. I've been to 98 countries, and we've never once used a lounge before, which might sound pretty crazy because most people go to a lounge. That's probably why.
I woke up, you guys, in a panic, in a nightmare this morning because we were on our way to an airport and we were returning a car, and Tyler and the girls went ahead of me to the departures area, and I couldn't find the departures area of this airport for the life of me. And so I woke up and my heart was like beating and pounding because I thought I was going to miss the plane. And then I was trying to film it in my dream on our GoPro. I was trying to film it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm like, why am I trying to vlog while I'm like gonna miss the plane? And it was horrible because then I got to like these offices, and they were just like travel agents. They weren't even like the airport, and I woke up, and it was just it was a horrible like panic, and like I don't know why.
That's not
Wasn't a good dream. No. So anyway, watching from Cornwall, so cool. Since Malawi, you've been watching. Oh wow, amazing. That's so cool. Thanks for letting us know, you guys. That's really neat because sometimes we don't know who's watching from where for how long and everything like that. So I hope you enjoyed the African series. Those videos are starting to really pop up, and a lot of people are watching the different ones. So really cool.
The lounges are beautiful, and there's lots of food and drinks for free. That's cool.
What's the most exotic food you've had? Really fast, Angelique. Bugs. What's
and
the most?
Probably octopus and probably stingray.
Stingray.
Zebra.
I don't know.
A zebra.
A gnu.
Alligator.
McDonald's.
What?
An antelope.
Well, because they call what do they explain what a McDonald's
In
is?
Africa, an antelope is called McDonald's because there's so many of them, and when they jump up, their tail forms an M.
So it's like they call it like a McDonald. Yeah.
Exotic meaning like strange, or yeah, right?
Okay, but yeah, I mean, when we were in Africa, we tried all these wild animals, right?
Yeah.
And they were so
We
like.
tried crocodile.
Yeah, we tried
good.
crocodile too. Crazy, right? And for the most part, just so y'all know, like most of the time we're like mostly vegetarians. So, but we'll eat anything. I mean, we're not picky. We're not like these hardcore kind of vegan people, but we choose vegetarian. Vegetarian, yeah.
I don't like eggplant.
No?
No.
Well,
I'll eat any
certain
other
times.
vegetable. I'll eat onions, but I won't eat eggplant.
Well,
Eggplant depends on the person who cooks it.
Yes.
If they
for
cook
sure.
it bad, then
yeah, because remember, once we were in near
France.
we were in Nice. Grasse. Yeah, we stayed at this lady's kind of hotel inn, if you will, like a small little inn, and she wanted to make us dinner, and so she made us the most amazing ratatouille. And when you have ratatouille made by someone from France, let me tell you, it is amazing. And the girls loved it. And I was telling them that they were eating eggplant, and they were like, what?
Someone said, have you tried bat soup?
that's disgusting.
And that's probably how the coronavirus spread.
Isn't that how the
Just so you guys
coronavirus
know,
started?
from a little bat that just made someone sick, and now it's spread it all across the world,
Yeah.
across the globe.
I don't think, after seeing and knowing now how these viruses spread, we used to do a lot of markets, like, so we go to all these like crazy markets where the fish are getting cut, and you're gonna see in the upcoming videos, like when we were in Malé in the Maldives, or like in different places
In Cambodia.
in Cambodia, and now I'm like, so I don't know that we're gonna visit these markets as much anymore. It's just
Virus soup.
yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
Somebody said let's not try the soup right now.
No, let's skip that. How about, okay, Nicaraguan food? We were just talking about that yesterday. What did the girls say? What did you say you wanted to eat?
Plantain pancakes with rice, and pico de gallo is like
They
rice
also
and beans.
grill.
And
They also take 2 plantains, put cheese in it, if you can imagine, grill it, and it tastes really
That's
good.
what Jola just said.
Oh,
With
I
a
didn't-
plantain pancake.
but
rice
no,
and
it's not a
beans.
plantain pancake. It's plantains with cheese inside.
It's not. It's like sweet and salty almost.
It's really good. But they were saying, like, I was the one saying, we need to learn how to make pinto gallo, like, the real proper way, like rice and beans with, like, the spice and the way they did it in Nicaragua. So
And it's very healthy.
we were just saying we need to learn that recipe. Because we eat that often. Depends on who's cooking well, and they use the recipes. Yes, from the grandmamas. That's very, very true.
Speaking of food, so we were watching. There's this new series on Netflix about making restaurants, like if they're about to close down and stuff, how to make them like better and stuff, if it's the food or the guest. And the one was in Malta, and they're showing all these foods and coffee.
I'll go make you a coffee.
Okay.
Can I go?
Is Tara Lynn watching? I just saw. Let me just check.
It says hi.
Tara Lynn from Florida is watching. This is Angelique's friend from a long time ago. You gotta be kidding me. That's so cool. Hi, Tara Lynn. Nice to have you online.
But yeah,
Have you tried sweet plantains? We
No.
tried, okay, so when we were in Nicaragua,
Oh, plantains. I thought it was eggplant.
yeah, no, so they would cook them in water, right?
Yeah.
So they took, like, plantains, for those of you who don't know, is bananas, but they're harder. Just in case you don't know, because I'm sure people watching are like, what's a plantain? You hear the coffee machine? That's my coffee coming. So then they cook them in water,
Yeah.
and then they mash them up when they're soft,
And
I
then
guess.
We put them
And then she put like flour inside maybe, and then she smushed them all together, put the cheese inside, and then she grilled it like a pancake. So are they sweet plantains or not? I don't know. But they tasted really good. I don't think they were that sweet. I think we would have known if they were sweet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're really like salty sweet. I don't know.
Do we know what a pangolin is? Enlighten us. What is a pangolin? I have no idea what that is. Is that a type of food or an animal or a vegetable?
Huh?
I don't know. So, RU says, I remember going to the butcher shop in India as a kid, and the head of the buffalo was on the counter. Holy. You know what? In a lot of these countries that we go visit, it is exactly like that. You see all of the animals just like hanging there. And in Cambodia, you would see people, they had like these machines, and it would like spin, and it would create like a fan so that the flies stay off the meat and stuff like that. It's just really interesting to see how all these countries around the world have their hygiene and their ways of doing things that they've been doing for years and centuries. And it's mind-boggling because it's so foreign for us. You know, we always go and get the packaged food. But I remember as a little girl growing up, we grew up in like the country, right? So we would go to the farmers to go get the milk, and we would just like literally fill a jug of milk up, and that's what we would have. So I know people don't do that nowadays because it's probably illegal. But we would even go get honey from the honey maker. Thank you. Oh my gosh, the girls are the best. Where we're staying, they have a coffee machine that is, like a real coffee machine like you would have from Starbucks or something. So I've been just enjoying the most delicious coffee. So cheers to y'all. If it's morning time where you are or at night, you can enjoy a tea with me. So cool. So did you tell us yet? Go for what is a pangolin? Not yet. I don't see it. Do I? How are our parents doing back home? Our parents are doing really good. It was a little bit of a scare for us, to be honest. We went through a bit of a scary phase because Tyler's mom was diagnosed with cancer, and she's been doing treatments now for years. She still has to go do treatments every 21 days. She has to literally go to the hospital, and so she's going through ups and downs with health, right? And so it's a scary time because we don't want her getting sick. Well, wouldn't you know, like she's been in quarantine now for so long, self-isolating and just detaching herself from the rest of the world. And so she gets a phone call that, first of all, where her mom is, so this is Tyler's grandma, that the nursing home where they are has COVID-19. The nurses have it, some of the patients have it and such. So everything goes into lockdown, which meant that my mother-in-law couldn't go visit her mom, which she was already doing in anyway to begin with. But then she got the phone call. So the one outing that she did go do was to the hospital to get her treatment. And for whatever reason, the nurse was not wearing a mask. And she was kind of asking the lady, like, well, shouldn't you be wearing a mask? And this is a hospital and everything. So it was just really strange. And I think it was like 10 days later, she received the phone call at home saying the nurse that had treated her was infected with COVID-19. So I literally started crying when she told me that because I was just really, I guess fear kind of sets in and you're like, oh my gosh, and you think the worst is going to happen, right? But that was like already, 2-3 weeks ago, right? And she's totally fine and she's totally well, but it is scary, and it's scary for a lot of people. So yeah, so our family's good though. The rest of the family's doing well, and everything is well. So, Annie's saying hi from CH because you are half Swiss as well. Isn't that funny? Sitting in Moscow. Welcome. I don't know if this is your very first video watching us, but welcome to our channel. That's really cool. A bit little Scarly. Oh, are you talking about this little? Yeah, it's an animal. Oh, now we're gonna have to look up that animal that you're talking to us about. I have never heard of it before. Oh, Terralyn isn't watching. She's downstairs eating something. Okay, it's her brother. Hey, that's so funny. That's so funny. You want to travel the world as well? Well, you're more than welcome to come along with us at any time. Maybe your mom and dad will let us join in on the fun. We like to adopt brothers and sisters. Hey,
Yes.
let's tell people who are just watching for the first time how many family members have we adopted along the way.
So in South Africa, no, Mozambique, we met our adopted grandparents, we called them.
And we've seen them now since.
Yeah.
So we've seen them now
We saw them.
in Switzerland after.
They live in France.
And they live in France. So we went to
So
visit them in France. We haven't produced that video yet. So they're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
see that video soon.
And
It's such a cool place. Oh, everyone's going to want to book it. Everyone's going to want to go to their
it's
place in France.
incredible.
They have
It's a
like this.
big inspiration.
Yeah, and tell them really fast what it's
So
like.
basically, they took a barn and they
Renovated it.
renovated it basically, and it looks gorgeous. It's like beautiful.
It's like a
barn.
movie, like
Yeah.
something you'd see in a movie where these people, like a TV show where they redo the whole thing because it changed from it's like night to day difference what they've done.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, so back
And
to
then in Nicaragua, we adopted a brother.
Mm-hmm.
He was from Estonia, and he looked just like us. So it was like he was like
He had
meant to
blonde
be
hair, so.
and he was so outgoing and really fun, and he
He's so
just fit
sweet.
right in.
Yeah, we miss him.
Yeah, we really do.
We do.
They're in Estonia now, and hopefully we can visit them.
They just had a baby sister, their family,
Mm-hmm. Very, very cool.
so I have to go see them. What else did we have?
Galletas y café. Antonio, enjoy your coffee if you're having one with me.
Oh, we also adopted an uncle, Pepe.
Eagerly awaiting interview with Dad. Oh, we were talking about that last night. So Tyler's very camera shy, but he's got like this beautiful voice. And I was saying, we could do a podcast together, and you could do like a podcast, and people can hear him, and then you guys can hear what it's like, the dynamics between him and I. I mean, you could be in on all of our juicy conversations about what we talk about, right? So Julia's eating off camera. That's funny. So yeah, maybe we'll do a podcast for you guys where you can listen to some conversations. And if you do, just let us know like what you want us to cover in those podcasts, because I was, we could talk about all different types of things. So
Have you guys been to Seoul?
nope.
No.
No.
We should go there soon.
Yeah, so it's a lot of these places are on our list. So yeah,
How many countries have we traveled to? 99, 100.
I've been to 100
98.
countries. Woohoo! This is my 100th country. I feel like it should be like this big accomplishment, but
Yeah.
when you travel so much, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I've been to 100 countries, and you don't really realize that. Like, that's really cool, but it is. It's a big thing.
It's a big
so
accomplishment.
yeah. Thank you, Gabrielle. That's really sweet of you to say that. So we're going to, like, this year, I mean, if we get to the Pacific Islands, the girls will surpass their 100th country,
Yes.
and we'll probably get to like 106 or something like that, depending on how many countries we hit off before we go back home.
We need a boat. That'd be the easiest, because then you could just go from island to island. And speaking of boats, there's this family up in the north. Well, they're on the Great Barrier Island, I believe.
No.
And no, where are they?
They're back
Yeah.
in New Zealand.
That is the island. There is many islands off of New Zealand, main island. Anyways, they also travel by sailboat.
Mm-hmm. They do. What is it, Angelique? You coming back in? No?
What does that mean? Painting? They're getting it fixed.
I like getting their boat fixed.
We're getting the boat fixed. Cool. Self-quarantine in Madison. Pepe's in Madison, Wisconsin, and it's starting to be nice over there, which is fantastic. Time for some outdoors events, right? That's awesome. Who knows, if we're here long enough, we might end up going like skiing or something. Only half an hour away,
Yeah.
there's these like beautiful ski places. And
This is a joke, but if we're here like till next year or something and I turn 18, I feel like I should go bungee jumping. Well, okay, well maybe not bungee jumping, but at
You'll
least
be 17, not
she's only
18.
turning 17.
no, like next year.
A year and a half from now?
It's a joke. That's why
Okay.
it's a joke.
We will not be here that long, but we might turn into Kiwis. Who knows? You guys want to know something absolutely nuts? I don't know if I shared this on any of our last lives, but when we were in the country of Croatia,
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, we're in an English-speaking country, and we are so grateful because it's so nice when we can understand and speak the language, right? But a lot of the times when we're traveling, we don't understand the language. So as soon as you hear English, your ear's like, oh, there's some English, and you get all excited to go talk to somebody. So we were in Croatia, so we were going through the Balkans, and all of a sudden I heard these little kids playing outside, and they were American plain as day. I mean, it was so...
Oh my goodness,
It was such an American accent. So what do? I'm like, Chloe, come on, let's go outside. So we go outside together, and we're like walking up to them, you know, kind of like kids on a playground. And you're like, hello, you know, where are you guys from? You know, we got talking, and they were traveling around on bikes. So they literally had, and their kids were small. Okay, they're not like
tiny.
They're really tiny. Like the little one was just being pretty much not potty trained, but out of diapers and stuff, but, you know, still young, where, like, bathroom things are a challenge, maybe. Anyway, so they're on bikes. They got all their gear on a bike. You know, their camping gear, because they're doing different things, like camping and stuff. You finished the story without your hands. Anyway, so it was, like, getting close to sundown.
Yeah.
And I was like, you guys, why don't you come in and have a nice, proper homemade meal with us? So they did. So we hung out with them. They're from the United States. And guess what? They are like, I don't know, maybe an hour away from us right now here in New Zealand, stuck. And it's so funny because it's the same family with the same kids. So I was like, that is crazy. We're going to end up bumping back into them and hanging out with them here in New Zealand. And they're still, I think they're in like a van or something like that right now, but they probably still have bikes with them.
Someone's asking if I'm going to go straight to college or take a gap year. So when we're done traveling, I plan to go to hotel management school. Yes.
It's going to be good. I'm just reading some of the comments. North Korea. Yeah, you know, like, there's certain times you can go to certain countries. And those are, you know, sometimes when they have national games going on or different things like that. So you have to go properly and, you know, with proper groups and tours and stuff like that. So the plan is to get to every country. So certain ones, like I'm saying, is going to be really challenging and interesting. So we're not sure yet, but yeah. Like sailing Zatara, we would love to do like some kind of boat trip. We have no idea about nothing when it comes to sailing and waters and everything like that. But wouldn't that be a cool experience? I think it would be fantastic. 20 degrees Celsius in Canada, that sounds amazing. Very nice. I'm sure, well, May 2-4 weekend's coming up soon, right? That's a big weekend in Canada where everyone gets out and they start planting flowers again, because it's only around May 24th that the weather starts to be nice enough to start working in the grounds and the flowers. And so, yeah, long winters there.
Where do you live in Switzerland?
We live in a beautiful Swiss Riviera area in the French-speaking part, and basically on Lake Geneva, so in close to the city and town, I guess, of Montreux, if you know Montreux, near Lausanne. So that's where we live. They travel with a van, you're asking this family? So yeah, but before when we met them in Europe, they were literally traveling on bikes. Like, not motorcycle bikes, like,
no, like
bicycles. They literally travel around on bicycles, and they might make it only like 20 kilometers in a day, because their little ones are very, very small. And then they set up a tent and they sleep in tents. And I mean, I can't even imagine how anyone can do that, but that's what they do. I was saying, like, you guys should be vlogging your experience, and like people would just love the adventure of what they're doing, because it's nutty, right? Like, we're not as adventurous as that. We like our comforts of toilets and beds and things like that. So we've only camped once in our lives. Well, I've camped more, but the girls have only camped once in their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I think they have a van, though. Here you have to. You can't be on a bike.
How was
here.
your pizza evening?
Oh, it was fantastic.
How did they know?
How do you know we had pizza?
So we did have pizza last night.
We had pizza last night as well, yeah.
What evening? Oh.
How many countries are visited? So far, the girls have been to 98, 99, and I've been to 100, and Tyler's been to like maybe 105 or 106 or something like that. So big, huge amount of countries. That's why the girls are going to be teaching their geography classes from their perspective, because they're going to be teaching based on not necessarily what they read in a book, but what they experienced themselves while they were there, what they thought the food tasted like, what they thought the people looked like, or, you know, dressed like, or how they acted. So it's going to be very much I don't want to say a lopsided point of view, but a different perspective, a different point of view from just reading in a book. It's going to be really what they experienced while they were in that country, and that's what they're going to teach everyone. So, just going back from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Oh, nice. 6 months. That's great. So I'm sure when people come in, like you guys from Pennsylvania, and you watch our videos from the very first one, like seeing it must be funny to go and discover some of the places we've been.
This is funny. So we were talking. So the show we were watching last night was in Malta, and we were like, "Oh, Malta was a beautiful country," or Greece to go move in. And then someone just asked, "Do you like fishing? And do you like fish?"
Yeah, like we like fish.
We like fish,
but we're not like big fish eaters.
Seafoodish.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we were saying it's funny if we moved to Greece or somewhere on the Mediterranean, there'd be a lot of seafood.
I think it'd be amazing to live somewhere where you can just go fish in the ocean.
Yeah, for sure.
So many countries have access to that. Like even you go to the fish market in Nicaragua, that's what we would do. We just go to the fish market and then you just buy such fresh, amazing fish. It's fantastic. So I think depending on where we live would make a difference on how much fish we eat.
Or if we do fishing.
Do we have tips on how to start a travel channel? Yeah, so this is interesting. If you're going to start a travel channel, the key is don't wait for things to be perfect. This is from my perspective too, right? But don't wait for things to be perfect. The key is to start and just start doing. Don't wait to be 100% on everything, because nothing will be 100%. As you can see, when we look back at our videos, they are horrible and we laugh at them. And then you can see the progression of how we got better and everything like that. So it's really funny to see that. And even now with what we do, like, so always learn and get better at what you're doing, and just be yourself. I think that's the good thing about, what we're doing. Everything's changed, right? You look at TV shows in the past or travel channels in the past, and to get into your own travel channel and whatnot would have been really challenging, really hard to market yourself, to be known. But everything gets broken down. All barriers get broken down when the playing field's open like it is right now. If you look at all the different TV talk shows right now that are all doing Zoom phone calls just like everybody else, it like really lowers the playing field. So just get started and have fun and be yourself. And there is no competition out there when you're your own unique person, because everyone's going to be basically following you just because they enjoy following you, and not everyone will enjoy following you, and whatever, so it doesn't matter. There's like so many billions of people out there that surely you'll have enough people that'll want to follow along. So that's kind of our point of view, and with what we're doing. So we're just ourselves, and we just bring you guys along on the fun. And I think that's what a lot of people want to see, right? I hope so anyway. And if it's not, please let us know, because we are doing this partly for you guys to definitely enjoy what we do. So watching from Saskatchewan, Canada. Oh, that's so cool. We don't really know Saskatchewan like at all. We've never, ever, ever been. Canada's so huge, right? It's like we don't know our own country. It's crazy.
Dad's asking, there's someone from Israel. That
This one? Yeah?
What's his name? I'm trying to figure out.
What's your name? Oh, yeah, because we can't see your name.
Because
it's in Hebrew, right? So what is your name? Write down your name so we know your name. Cool. Malta or Moldova? Well, we went to both, but we watched a show last night, and it was in Malta. And it's really cool. Remember, so there's this like place called Popeye's Village?
Yeah, that was incredible.
Explain it.
So Popeye the Sailor Man, I guess. It's kind of like his village.
Like the guy with the big arms?
So it's like almost going to like I was going to say Smurf's Village. Because
they have that too.
It's in Spain.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's like this little village with like the cartoons will walk around. Cartoons. Anyways, the people, the characters. And it's really beautiful. There was like this big obstacle course on the water, those trampoline things. It was really fun.
And the weather was beautiful.
It
was really nice. We have been, someone's asking, Mari, have we been to all the European countries? We've been to every single European country in Europe. Every single one. So we only started YouTube only 3 years ago. So there's a lot of countries that we've been to that aren't on video yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, all of the Balkans, we've done that whole trip already back in 2015, I think. And
Yeah, something.
we just did it this fall. So we have all these really cool videos of all the Balkans
Same
that are
as
going to be coming out.
Scandinavian countries.
Yeah, we did all of the Scandinavian countries back in, I think, 2014 maybe.
We would like to do a trip, go back up through that area, see Trevor, our adopted brother, and then go to St. Petersburg, and then up to like Norway and all those places. That'd be cool.
I'm just watching and seeing what you guys are saying. Cahier chocolate for Annie. Cahier chocolate, for those of you guys who don't know, Cahier chocolate, honestly, is one of the best chocolates in the world. It is so delicious. It's so yummy. Gabrielle's asking, what time is it? We are right now on...
It's
Monday morning for us, 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Yeah, so we're like a day ahead of the rest of the world. We can tell you guys what the future looks like over here. Yeah. Yep, we haven't been to the East Coast either of Canada. I mean, Tyler's been. I've never been. I've never been to any of the East, like PEI, any of that. So, yes, that'd be really fun to go see and discover our own country, right? We'll have to come back. Where'd the girls go? Girls! Come back in. We'll wrap up soon for you guys.
Berry pie. Yeah, we made one the other day. Well, blueberry pie. That was really good.
In Canada, they make something with blueberries, and they make it like a pie like that with maple syrup. And it's so good.
We've been making... Come explain the stuff you make.
Come explain some of the things you've been making. Angelique's been making the most amazing pastries.
And like pumpkin muffins and
Pumpkin muffins is so good.
Yeah.
But the blueberry pie that we made wasn't like with the maple syrup. But that's what I said after we made it. I'm like, oh shoot, we should have made it with maple syrup because it's like so good, delicious. Have we been to Liechtenstein and the Vatican City? Yes, and San Marino as well. Andorra, like all those little tiny little places. We've been to every single one of them. So, yes. Orit is your name. Very cool. You're a woman. Hey. Yes. Good job. Sorry. What time is it there? We already answered that. Your girlfriend is Moldovan. Very nice. We have a really nice friend from Moldova. Your son's girlfriend. Sorry. Gotta read the whole sentence. Nice. It's a beautiful country. We went there and we had like these coincident moments while we were there, which was really wild. Anyway, that's a different story in itself. Monday is Sunday, yes. Yeah. Syrup, that's so Canadian. Yeah, maple syrup here too. They have it like true maple syrup from Canada, so it's like the real maple syrup that you get, you know, the real thing, and it's so delicious. So, but yeah, do you guys have any questions for us before we wrap up our live? Before we go on, this is Monday for us, so after we do our live, we're going to be basically probably doing some workout and then schoolwork and then a normal Monday, right? So, but let us know.
Something I love to make is pecan tarts.
Pecan. It's called
pecan pie.
No.
They're called
oh my gosh,
butter tarts.
Right. What?
Okay, so in Canada, now all those Canadians watching, let us know if this is true, if it's still true. But when we're in Canada, one thing that we like the most is you can go to a gas station, at least in Ontario, you can, and at the till, so where you go to pay. At the cash register, they have curd cheese, and it's either white or orange sometimes, and it comes in a bag, and it's like this squeaky cheese when you chew it, and it's salty, and it tastes so good, and it's one of these things that we always have it with apples and sometimes crackers, and we eat the whole package in the car before we get home.
And that's like you can only find there.
You can only find it in Canada. Nowhere else in the world have we found this, like nowhere.
Nicaragua.
It's really funny when it's in your mouth
because it's like.
Oh yeah.
That's poutine.
Yeah, there was a Canadian couple in Nicaragua living, and they actually imported real poutine cheese. So that, and then the butter tarts are a true Canadian thing too, and you get those butter tarts also at gas stations, sometimes at the checkout, and yeah, it's really good.
What is the most unique food there is in New Zealand? Well, I read that something they eat, which is kind of sad, you could say, is they have these beautiful kiwi birds, and what happens is they eat kiwi burgers.
Ew. What? Okay.
Somebody asked, when will we be able to travel in New Zealand? So I think we have one more week
Yeah.
of what's called level 3 lockdown, and then once we go to level 2,
I believe we can start.
I think we can start going, moving around,
Right.
and things will start opening up as well. So, how long have you stayed in a country? When we were in Spain, we were on and off in Spain, believe it or not, like kind of living there for almost 2 years, almost. Like we were there, and then, yeah, right? Well, maybe not
Wait,
2
where?
years, because then we traveled. Then we went to Africa
You
for
mean
4 months. But we were there, let's say we were there like maybe like 6-7 months, maybe.
in Spain?
Yeah, in a row,
Oh, yeah.
on and off. So, yeah. And then Florida, we were there on and off for 2 years. So we were in the United States for quite some time. And then, well, now here in New Zealand.
Stop.
But the longest, like when we're traveling, I would say like maybe 2 months in a country, usually. Anywhere from like a week to 2 months. It
Or
just
a
depends.
day.
Or sometimes a day. Like we were in the country of Brunei.
Or Paraguay.
Yeah. But when we were in Brunei, I think we were there only like 2 days or something like that, because there was like nothing to do.
There's Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
And then a little village, which you walk around.
Yes. So, there you go. Let's see. Do you need visas for all the different places you go?
Yes.
I think the biggest challenge while traveling is getting visas. Certain ones you have to apply in advance. And I would say the biggest challenge is being organized and knowing about all these things, because so many times we'll be going and we don't think, because we're like, and you would think we're experienced travelers, we should know this by now, but we'll get somewhere and we're like, seriously, you need this or you need that, and then we didn't know, and then we're scrambling at the last minute at an airport trying to get things done, including like once we were leaving from Colombia going into the United States, and normally they have at the counters inside their systems, in their computer systems, they can see like the different visas. And there's something called a ETA or ESTA visa if you're traveling like we were with European passports, and then going to the United States. So they weren't going to let us in because they couldn't read it in their system. And so long story short, I had to like find Wi-Fi in the airport, and I'm trying to find a copy of this visa that would have been sent to me by email. And then the lady was like, we're shutting our gates. And it was like so stressful, because we're like, oh my gosh, we need to get into the United States. So I found a copy of an expired Canadian passport of mine on my computer. And I convinced the lady that we were going to the United States, and then we were going to drive up to Canada to go back home. And that's the only reason why I got on the plane. If not, like we weren't going to get on the plane. So like little silly things like that while traveling. Hey, bye, Annie.
Good night.
Good night. Thanks for joining. So things like that are always challenging, knowing things in advance and really organizing yourself. So we started lots of spreadsheets, and each country, what the visa fees are, do you have to get them on arrival or in advance? And then things change so fast. There's a lot of countries that are opening up visa-free. You know, things change, especially in the African countries. So, yeah, that'll change a lot.
Yummy.
Ooh, Angelique's looking up monkey bread.
Monkey bread?
So we don't know New Zealand
Monkey
food
bread
yet.
looks yummy.
Kind of looks like.
It's cinnamon maple syrup and I guess cinnamon rolls.
Are you going to make us that, please? We're going to be for some treats. We haven't. So in New Zealand, Randall's asking if we've done any of the adventure sports and stuff. In New Zealand, you can do a lot of different adventurous kind of activities, like you're saying, like there's rafting,
Canyon swinging.
canyon
Which I love
swing.
to do.
There's one like literally here where they just drop you from the swing. And
That
I don't
sounds
know.
awesome.
The more that we're here, the more I'm wondering if we should try
Yeah,
something like that.
For sure.
Like, why not, right?
Everyone does something crazy here. It's like the place to overcome your fear of heights and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're going to do it, you have to do it here, I think.
So I think once things open up, we're definitely going to be able to go and film beautiful videos for you guys to enjoy and see. And then when the attractions open up, then we'll definitely do that. So don't forget to research project. Julia's definitely our most organized person. Even so, like when we've crossed borders before, normally you do it in a day. Like when we were in Mozambique, from Malawi to Mozambique. And we thought like, oh, no problem. We'll just cross, get on the plane and go to our next destination. And then Julia was a smart one. And this goes back 2 years ago, right? So she already had it in her. She was like, I don't know. I think we should go a day before just in case. And man, oh man, are we ever glad we did, because we got stuck at that border all day long. And we would have missed our flight. So thanks to Julia, we didn't. Always got to listen to that instinct, right? In that voice. So, all right, you guys. So we're going to wrap up. It was really nice connecting with you. I don't even know how long we've been online.
1 hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it's very long. I apologize if we go on and on. But yes, everyone stay safe, stay home. You know, even though the governments, depending on where you are opening up, I think it's fantastic because the economy needs to get going and everything like that. But just be vigilant and be smart when it comes to your safety and you know, spreading the virus. So do what makes sense. And yeah, that's my advice. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.